What's a slang word, term that drives you insane? I hate quotes that say "read that again" at the end. It makes me very much against reading it again. Let that sink in. This thread makes me feel both old and young at the same time. I hate this entire thread. When someone asks for advice or asks a question on social media and says "and go," restaurant recommendations in Brooklyn. And go. Yeah, I hate it too, very demanding and impolite. This is for a church, honey. Next. I'm in a lot of crafting groups on Facebook, and there are frequently people posting like, "OMG, I just bought a Cricut. I want to open an Etsy shop. Tell me your best sellers for quick money bonus points and go." I despise the crafting groups the month of January. How do I think easily Googled in 5 fucking seconds? I despise the crafting groups the month of January. How do I think easily Googled in 5 fucking seconds? My favorite bot on Reddit is the one in the knitting sub that automatically detects someone asking why their stockinette is curling and directs them to the FAQs. Tell me you're this thing, without telling me you're thing this. Stop already. My wife overuses this and I cringe every time. Tell me you want a divorce without telling me you want a divorce. I can't in Twitch every time something slightly unexpected happens. OMG, this comment I can't even. 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 are hanging around. They literally can't even. Could you double click on that for me, as used in a sales meeting to ask someone to explain something further? Really grinds my fucking gears. People claiming a hack. No, it's a tip. Life hack, drive to work so you get there on time. WTF. Drive hack, speed limit signs are not the fastest your car can go on that road. Drive hack, you can get to work faster if you're not pulled over for speeding. My boss told me about this really complicated eating schedule and routine he has and said it was something new called biohacking. It's just a diet. Just tell people you are on a diet. Reminds me of a coworker who explained in a very convoluted way his new diet that was based on focusing on natural neurological signals. Essentially, he took 20 minutes to explain to me that he would now be eating when he was hungry and stopping eating once full, while taking advantage of the fact that water is good for you and fills you up too. Oh, and understood the assignment. Don't even get me started on that one. Particularly egregious when used to praise acting performances. Like Bryan Cranston understood the assignment as if that's not his job? Any idiot who uses "save this, protect this X at any, all cost. You won the internet." Drives me crazy. I also hate "you won the internet," but what I hate even more is when people insert "sir" into any already annoying phrase, a la "you, sir, just won the internet." XD. Wow, people still say "won the internet"? That was already going bad when I was still in school. I've noticed that people in the corporate environment are using ask as a noun in place of request. I know language changes, but it just seems unnecessary. The ask from the customer is. I'm not sure what it is about this usage that irritates me, but it makes me grind my teeth, I swear. Corporate buzzwords could have its own fucking thread. I hate most of them. Who speak. Even ironically, it hurts my soul. Edit, I hate all of you. The punishment for uwu speak is euthanasia. Ha asterisk looks down in a shy manner asterisk. I totally agree with you asterisk smiles at your face, but still too shy to make eye contact asterisk. Hey, BTW asterisk blushes asterisk. Your username, it sounds so sexy asterisk starts to pee pants a little, out of excitement asterisk. Can you please spread my butt cheeks? Ooh asterisk comes asterisk. Properly cringy. Well done. Nervously smiles at you asterisk hey. You, hey. Oh never mind everyone hates me asterisk rushes away as spaghetti falls out my pockets asterisk. I don't think I have ever fucking hated a comment and laughed at it as much as this one in my life. Jesus fucking Christ, it would have taken zero effort to not do this to me this morning. It's kind of falling off, but low-key became much too overused and people were just using it as filler. On Reddit there are certain buzzwords that seem to catch fire and spread through the whole site that I despise. They get used to the point that most people using them have no idea what they actually mean. A current one is gaslighting. Gaslighting isn't just when someone says something that is untrue or something you don't like. It's a specific thing. Gaslighting. You mean gaslamping, don't you? It's from that old movie, The Gas Lamp. But I know your memory has never been that good. Yes. I had someone on here a while back accuse me of gaslighting them because they misunderstood me. Fair enough if I wasn't clear, and I said, oh no, that's not what I meant, let me explain in another way. I've been on the receiving end of cruel, ongoing manipulation from a partner, and it honestly pisses me off a lot to see the term gaslighting thrown around so casually to mean things like disagreeing on how you remember something, having different definitions of a word, or even telling a single lie. Any person who spells anything as baby talk. Replace letters with a W to sound younger. It's weird, it's creepy, and I'm sick of seeing people saying things like I'm sorry, or you will like either stop, or rip out my eyes. Damn, not to be that person lol, but thanks for the upvotes. Started saying yes ironically. So it's a word I use now. But, boy did I used to give my little sister hell for it. Still not quite sure how I got here. Saying things ironically is a dangerous game. Before you know it you're in a work meeting saying yes queen that shit be busts into your boss. Then, when confronted with a look of disgust, replying with no cap, the way you looking at me is low-key sus, not gonna lie. Saying things ironically is a dangerous game. This is how I got into the unfortunate habit of winking and doing the finger guns. Now I can't stop. Someone help. I knew I had to quit cold turkey when I called my toddler son bro, much to his confusion. Oh God. I'm over 50 and still call my adult daughters dude. I call everyone dude and have forever. I call my wife bro now, loudly crying face. I even called my friend babe once, who I normally call bro, cause I've confused my brain so much at this point. Once I called a guy I just met bro and he got angry and accused me of friend zoning him before I even had the chance to get to know him. Now I use bro all the time, it's a great creep filter. There's a lot of things like that. My parents used to call each other babes completely ironically, making fun of particular couples they knew. They hated it. Now they only call each other babes. Must be a well-known fact for modern linguists. Most of the slang I use, me and my friends started using ironically. Then it just stays. It's jarring, when I meet different friends, different social groups, after not saying them for some months, and finding jarring the type of slang they use. After a while, I adopt some of it, after starting it as a joke. I dislike today years old, partly because as an Excel user it means 44,937 years old. It should have been a fun little thing that appeared on 4 posts then died immediately. The thing that pisses me off more about this phrase is that it is usually associated with some kind of life hack about how you are supposed to use a certain product. No, Becky, the Juicy Juice Company never intended on you unfolding the top of the juice box to make little handles, it's just a coincidence, so stop pretending it's a feature you just now discovered. Companies market towards the lowest common denominator, you, so, if there's a feature of a product they want you to take advantage of, you'd know it. Or something incredibly obvious everyone knows, like, I was today years old when I realized the crinkle part of plastic straws extends so you can bend them, and it somehow has 80 million comments saying, whoa, I had no idea. Damn. I thought those straws were ribbed for pleasure. I was always a fan of calling myself fat with child when I was pregnant because it made people uncomfortable for some reason. When a good friend of mine got knocked up, I asked her, so when do you split into two people, just to make everyone uncomfortable? When will you be completing mitosis? Danger ops. Prangent sex. Will it hurt baby top of his head? If a woman has starch masks on her body, does that mean she has been partnered before? Hey. Fucking what? It's mental breakdown, I think, but I definitely read it as mental illness first. But it's a whimsical and fun mental breakdown. Apparently, I'm the least cool person on the planet. I've never heard of the majority of these words. As a middle school teacher, SUS and cap, no cap drive me bananas. SUS suspect, suspicious. Cap bullshit, you're lying. No cap telling the truth. You gotta use it back at them. Fastest way to make slang uncool in middle school. 46 and have people on my team in their 20s, and once I started saying things like fam and SUS and no cap, ironically, they stopped. It's great. When the imposter is SUS. When my 12 years old plays the same song over and over, I make up ridiculous dance moves, and he soon switches it off PDQ. Think jazz hands whilst moonwalking. This doesn't work with my 11-year-old, we both do a ridiculous dance together. Thinking about it, maybe she is playing me at my own game to try get me to stop. This is the way. I have 2 teenagers and nothing embarrasses them more than when I use their slang, especially if their friends are around. Using it, but not quite correctly, is my favorite hobby lately. Faced with tears of joy, it drives my kids bonkers. I think they've caught on that I'm just fucking with them, but it's still fun. Don't judge, I'm old and boring. That is the most fun way, but it can backfire. I hated yeet. So I'd say stuff like, can I eat you some potatoes? Or could you eat the garbage to the curb for me? It totally worked. My kids stopped saying yeet all the time. The problem is, I fell in love with yeeting things, especially when used incorrectly. With my little brothers, I always described their current obsession as the then add an S to the end, like, ooh, playing the Fortnites? Are you winning on the Pokemans, etc.? It always drove them nuts, lol. My middle schooler quickly stopped using SUS when his friends were in the car with us and I commented that something was SUS. Whole group of 11-year-olds got quiet real quick and started whispering, bro, did your mom just say SUS? Bro, that's so cringe. Then I asked them why I was cringe and told them I was just trying to stay hip with the cool words. Pretty sure my son died inside a little that day. My kids are 5 and 3, I'm so excited to do shit like this in a few years. When he was gaming with his friends, and they were chatting on Discord playing Fortnite together a couple years ago, we went in his room and put on heavy Minnesota accents and asked him if he was playing Mickey Mouse, and then his dad kept calling it Minecraft and I got upset that it was a shooting game and told him he needed to play nicer games like Elmo and Mario, pronounced Mario. His friends were cracking up. And he was the darkest shade of red I've ever seen. Sorry, not sorry. What is the point in saying that? That old Navy Christmas commercial that ends with #sorry not sorry. I don't understand. My brain didn't work for a second, and I thought you meant the US Navy had an old Christmas commercial. Seriously, if someone can explain that commercial to me, I'd appreciate it. I know that sorry, not sorry generally means, I'm sorry that I'm not sorry about what I did, like, think, etc., but it doesn't make sense to me in the context of that commercial. Why is Jennifer Coolidge sorry she's not sorry? What has she done? I honestly couldn't really understand what she was singing, so maybe the answer is somewhere in the rest of the lyrics. I don't know. I don't know if this counts, but I can't stand people replying this to comments on here. Go ahead, I know what you're about to do. Or, take my upvote. I find that to be the worst variation. There's a button for that. Thanks for the gold, kind stranger. That's literally what the upvote button is for. But what if I want approval from internet strangers for upvoting? I don't get noticed if I just upvote. I've been seeing so many underrated comments recently. If only Reddit would implement some features so you could do something about a comment being underrated. I still get igged by hubby and wifey. And even more when they get prego, preggers, or all the stupid variants of pregnant. I loathe most of the obnoxious words people will use to avoid saying vagina. Coochie. Vajayjay. Girly bits/parts. The list could go on and on. I don't mind the cruder stuff, like pussy, cunt, etc. But the 30-year-old women who use elementary school lingo to discuss their vagina just make me insane. Ahem. I have seen Velvet Lounge and area, as in my area, used by over 30s. This irks me because it comes from a weird childhood. Kids should be taught proper words for these parts. It's stupid to treat them as taboo or inappropriate. Edit, for those saying, well, I don't want my kids saying penis, vagina in social settings. This is the problem I'm talking about. There's a stigma that those words aren't socially acceptable. At that point, teach them the appropriate time to talk about those things. Don't shame or stigmatize those words. I have just learned the actual word for labia in Danish, my home language. It's skamliber or shame lips. It's not the slang, it's the old school proper word. None of them really drive me insane. I've always had an amused old man attitude towards it, even when I was a teenager. When I hear a new slang word, I'll just chuckle and go, kids say the darndest things. For me, it's like, I hope I live long enough to see you two become hopelessly out of touch. I want to slap someone when I hear this. I saw someone type, now hit me with dat sweet dude shower, meaning upvote this comment, and I decided that was enough Reddit for like a week. Cray cray. My 65-year-old coworker says it all the time. Taking crazy one word 2 syllables and replacing it with cray cray 2 words 1 syllable each word is annoying in and of itself. But hearing it from a grown-ass man just adds to the cringe. There's always a point with these things when it moves from the younger generation to older, and it becomes old overnight. I remember when my younger sister heard my dad use epic fail and watched her world crumble. That was a joy because I hated that one about 15 years back. Everyone saying Riz lately is driving me insane. It sounds like fake slang that's in futuristic movies. Thanks for watching this video. Hit the bell next to subscribe so you never miss a video. Like, comment and subscribe if you are new on the channel.